Hello again. We are doing another one of the Pips puzzles as I am learning to think and record at the same time. Hopefully I'm able to speak semi-coherently as I puzzle through, and hopefully for you this is enjoyable to watch, or you're at least getting something out of watching me get different, perhaps even better. We'll work towards that over time. Okay, bye. Let's see. No. Okay, let's. I love the big loops because there's always the how do you figure out whether it's aligned to these or crossy these. Most of the time, I want to say it is aligned to the crossy these, but there's a couple 11s. Let's see if there's two 11s on the field. With tiles, generally no, right? Because the way that they set up the dominoes, they don't give you the same domino twice, and there's only one way to make an 11, a 6-5. So there we know that it's going to be set up this corner to this, and then so on and so forth, with all of these doubles being misaligned. We have zeros available, so this could be 0-2 or 1-1. We have a couple 11s, which is going to be 6-5. That still might be limiting enough to start with as an anchor. We have 3 triples, a double, and then an accurate count all the way around. That could be interesting on the sums. Just for my sanity, let's arrange all these in ascending order, because I have trouble finding things otherwise. I wonder if I can just give me that real quick. 9 plus, I'm going through and I'm given the number count. I want to see how many, or the sum of the dominoes that is going to be accounted for in the equals, because we have no blanks to work with. So like 3 equals is plus this double. 3 triples plus a double is going to be equal to a certain number, and it's the leftovers after you subtract out all of this stuff. Yes, I know it's paused. Thank you. And it's going to be interesting, or that might allow us to limit it to know what the triples are, if the zeros are going to be in the triples, that kind of thing. Doesn't work every time, but when it does, it's fun. So 9 plus 6 is the sum of this domino plus this domino, and so forth. Let's go. 11, 10, 5, 7, 3 and 5, 6 and 9, 3 and 6, plus 6 and 7, plus 2, right? And then I want to see the leftovers, so I'm going to subtract out 11, 11, 5, 10. This might pause over. 5, 4, 6, 8, 2, 5. 5, 4, 6, 8, 2, and 5. Right, and that's going to give us some kind of figure. So let's pop this over real quick. Turn a new tab. Google, do math. 28. So 3 triples plus a double is 28, which is kind of high, honestly. So these might be bigger numbers than I was expecting. Is 9 times 3 would be 27. No, I'm not. I'm wrong. Okay, so these will be something on the lower end, maybe. $28 is gonna be triples are going to add up to an even number because the double is going to be even for sure. But that could be 2 odds and an even of triple. I don't know that that tells us as much as I was hoping for, but that's fine. We can work with it. Let's see what else we can do. Do we have a 6-6? No. Do we have a 5-5? Yes. So we could have the 5-5 in the middle, and then we'd need 6s to go out. Or we could have the 6-5 in the middle. There's going to be one of those 2 tiles there to be high enough to drive the rest of this. From the 5, We could certainly go low enough. From the 6, we could go low enough in both directions. Yes. So that's not limiting right off the bat. This 6, there's a 6 here, there's a 6 here. That's 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4 6s to distribute. Where does the 4th 6 go? Not in a 5, not in a 4, not in a 2, not in 5. Could be in the 8. Not in any of the triples or the double, because we don't have that many left. So it's either in the 8 or in the 10. Does that tell us anything interesting? Possibly. This 6 borders a triple. So the triple, well, one of these triples is going to be a 0, a 1, a 5, or 3. Any of those could manage it. Although, I suspect the... How many doubles do we have to work with, right? Because if this... let's grab one that we do. So if this borders like this... Yeah. So if this yellow goes to that pink, that cannot happen, in fact. Because then that yellow would have to go to that pink. We don't have the same domino to work with twice. So this yellow has to go to this yellow. This yellow goes to this pink. This pink can't go to this purple because the green's going to go to that purple. So this pink has to go over here. And then this green to purple and this green. So each of these has to be a triple that we have access to. We don't have a triple where we have a tile that's a double. We don't have any double zeros. We don't have any double ones. We don't have any double 2s. We have the 3s available. We don't have any double 4s. Ooh, I might be wrong here. We do have a double 5. Yeah, we might not have enough doubles for me to be correct there, so how else could this be arranged? The 5s could be up there. 6 to the pink, pink to this, pink to this, which is different. Yeah, cool. Okay, because we only have those doubles to work with, these might be swapped, but I think these do have to be where the doubles go. There's a 6 something, and then a something to the 5. It's not going to be a 6, 6, so it's not a 5, 6. The 5 could give you a 1 or a 4. 6, 4 is not available, so like 6, 1. Assuming, again, this is 5s, could do. And then we have a 1, 5. If that was to happen, we would need a 1, 3, which we don't have. So, cool. Let's swap this down and see if we can make it work this way. 6, something. We have choices. We don't have a 1, 3 still. So let's explore our other choices. Maybe it's a 6, 0. What did it need to add up to? 28, right? So if it's going to be 5s and 3s, that's 15 plus 9. That's 24. So like 2 2s and 3 0s, that could do. Oh, but I don't know if this works even, because then this would need to be a double, and we're out of doubles, right? 2 2, 2 2, 2 2. Yeah, this needs to come down. So we can't be working like this. I can't work under these conditions. We might need this. Okay. We might need this to show up like there. Okay. This is gonna tag this. This will come to here. This will go out the side. Okay. Fascinating. Yeah, I was wrong twice on the arrangement of where the doubles need to be. But we get there. We get there eventually. And I believe with the sum that we did earlier, that will tell us that it's going to be 5s and 3s, which we're limited to by the presence of the double tiles, and then 0s and 4s, because otherwise we can't add up to 4 with like 3 1s and a double 1/2. Doesn't do. So we know this is 0s, we know that this is 2s. We do have a 0, 2, which means that I'm not wrong there necessarily. We'll work off that later, but we could do 2, 3, or 2, 1, so it's TBD. 0 comes down to 3, which means that this is indeed the 3s and the 5s, because we don't have 0, 5. The 5 can go off into the 8 with a few different options. 5, 6 would get rid of that 6 that we needed to, as you recall, if we can work the 2. But it could be a 5, 4, and 4, 3, carrying on from there. Because the 0s got used up, now we know that this is a 1, 1. 1, 5 or 1, 6 both work over here. 1, 4, perhaps. If this is a 4, 1, nope, that wouldn't work. If this is a 4, 3, do we have a 2, 1? We do. So, yeah, that could work. I'm just mulling over what 5x we can say is over here. We might be able to further reduce down, because we use the 5, 5 here, we do know the 6, 5 is going to be in this position. We don't know the orientation yet. But I can leave that there, and remember I might need to flip it. That we know is a 2 something. We know the 6 needs to end up in the green or the 8. Let's go ahead and make an assumption on this being a 5, 4 and just see what we can work it into. It'll be a 4 something, either a 2, a 1, or a 3. Any would fit in the 5. Let's work in order. 4, 1 would require a 4, 1. Don't have it twice, so that obviously doesn't work. 4, 2 would require a 3, 1, which we don't have. Nice. That means that if this is a 5, 4 indeed, then this would be 4, 3 forced. This is going to be a 2, 1 forced, because this is a 1, 1 with no zeros available. We do 1 something. Any of these 3 do work, but we need to use up the 6 eventually, so we can't do a 5, 5. We don't even have enough 5s to do a 5, 5. That is interesting. Oh, yeah, one of our 5s is there, so we only need one more there. We would have that. Again, might be there, or it might be there if this is symmetrical, or if this is rotated 180. But I can tag that 5 as unavailable right now, so either the 1, 4 or the 1, 6. I'm going to go ahead and dump the 1, 6. That would require the 4, 1 or 4, 2. This might be where we break it down. Right? Because if it's the 1, 6 here, it needs to be a 4 something. 4, 1 or 4, 2 is all we have available. 3, 6 with a 4, 2, that could work, right? So let's get this out on the other side. Flip this around. That does let us get a 3, 6 in place, so that gives us the 11 that we were looking for. This is 5, this is 11, and then we have to work out from here with a 4, 1, 3, and there's our 2. Okay, lovely. Back to puzzle. Recall we were working from the conditional guess that this was the 5, 4. I don't know if we can make it work with the 5, 6. No. What was the other 5? 5, 5, 6 was tied up there. 5, 1 wouldn't be high enough to get the 8. Ah, so I was mistaken. This was actually something we could have determined, and I thought I was guessing it. Nice. I love that that all falls in place and there's no symmetry, and it took this trick. This has worked a few times for me. I enjoy the concept, but it wasn't useful until we made the further deduction that the 5s and the 3s were going to be 2 of the triples, and then it helped establish that these were zeros. Okay, thank you. That was a longer one than I've been doing because I've been doing the easy settings as I've been figuring out the green screen and everything going on over here. Now I did something that won't fit in a short, and hopefully it was some kind of entertaining, but also I think it's okay if it wasn't. Like I see a lot of other YouTubers and VTubers and stuff being especially sensitive to how their audience is going to take things, and I think there's something that I'd like to get away from it there, where there's enough people out there, there's enough choices that you're going to be able to find something you like. For my side, if I'm making something I enjoy liking or enjoy making, I think that's going to be more likable for the subset of people that enjoy my kind of thing, which is maybe fewer people, but the quality for those people would be better. If I don't have the exact words that I want to end up with there, but like I hope you get the concept. This is not a particularly new idea. Like be true to yourself and do what makes you happy is somewhat well trodden, but yeah, that's where I'm hoping I'll end up. In the meantime, math and little domino tiles. So, if you like that, and if you like this, do feel free to stick around, say hi in the comments, I will go read them, and maybe reply. I don't know, I'm still figuring this out. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and have a good one. Okay, bye.